What's going on, everybody? What's that word? What's that word? You know, we back here again, bro. We about to go ahead. We're gonna start from the bottom again. We're gonna do first contact. So this is first contact. Let's go ahead and get this one out of the way. You heard?
Sure, sweet pea. The old man could always use a laugh.
Okay. Who can jump higher than a skyscraper in New Atlantis?
100%. I don't know. Who?
Everybody! Skyscrapers can't jump!
You're... Oh, we're human. It's just that we weren't expecting to find life, let alone human life out here. We thought...
Perhaps we should greet our guests.
Of course. Manners. This is Security Officer Bomani Reed. And this is Dr. Mabuti de Costa.
A pleasure to meet you.
You've come aboard the Earth colony ship, Constant. Generations ago, we set forth from the planet Earth with the mission of colonizing a new habitable world, in the spirit of our ancestors nearly a millennium. I see. Our ship has finally completed. Communications haven't been Perhaps you'd be willing. We're not entirely sure. Our engineers believe it's possible that our technology just isn't compatible with theirs. All we hear when using them to communicate with anyone is a bunch of disturbing noise. It gave me the heat. Well, the short answer is, we didn't. It's a generation ship, which is to say that most of us lived long, happy lives on board and passed our mission down to our children. It was never intended that the original crew would make it to our destination. The goal was always the preservation of the human race above all else. Though, it would seem that was perhaps a bit... We do. Well, sort of. We've also seen the various ships pass us by. Some even seemed to want to communicate, but couldn't. Of course, we had no idea that they were being piloted by other humans. Ah, your question confirms one of...
It would seem that some form of faster-than-light travel or space-bending technology was invented during our long journey. That would explain why we would find people this far out into space. I guess technology leapfrogged us at some point. Interesting. I can only imagine that our predecessors didn't believe the technology would ever work, and so they made the decision to leave when they did. Oh yes, of course. Now then. Dr. DaCosta, you may return to your quarters if you wish.
Yo, chat, I do not mean to keep doing this.
Textbook there. We're free.
Okay, so apparently, yes, I do. I didn't realize. Yes, never mind. Stay at the space station. Stay at the space station.
Pressure normalized, and we're docked.
Welcome to the Earth colony ship Constant. In the early 2100s, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, researched a number of scientific scenarios: climate change, asteroid impact, nuclear war, global pandemic, and more. Each scenario showed the likelihood of an extinction-level event to be within 50 years. He fully believed Earth was destined to be rendered uninhabitable. We've always assumed that's what happened. So, he gathered the best and brightest he could find, built the Constant, and set a course for this planet here. We were told that it was the largest, most advanced ship ever constructed on Earth at the time. If you can believe, entire generations have been born, lived, and died on this ship. It really goes to show that there are no limits to human ingenuity and perseverance.
Careful waving that fancy gun around. We don't need to see what it can do.
Now that we know what's out there, things are going to be more interesting from here on out.
Never seen a ship like yours before. Then again, I haven't seen any ships before you arrived.
So, here we are. Let's talk. No matter the outcome, I won't let my crew down. I think I'm coming up on 6 years now. I was only a teenager when my father died, passing command. Because of that, I've had to sort of learn as I go along, instead of taking years of study and apprenticeship under the prior captain. I think some people on the ship resent me for not having the level of experience as my predecessors. But at the same time, without my command, we likely wouldn't have made it here so quickly. A bit frazzled, as you can imagine. People are anxious about discovering that we're not alone, and also worried about what will come to pass. While we hope we can work out a deal with the people on the surface, they seem reluctant to reach out, so there's no telling what will come of that. I do know that we can't afford to stay here in orbit forever. The ship was built to sustain us for many years with backup provisions just in case, but even that will come to an end eventually. Well, as I mentioned, we've been unsuccessful in communications with anyone up until Europe. But since you're asking, maybe you'd be willing to be a sort of diplomat between us and them as we attempt... We know there's a settlement on the planet below, meaning people were here. You see, we intended to settle here, but we assumed that they intend to defend their claim given their presence here. We'd like you to go speak to them on our behalf and... Excellent. Make no mistake, this is our planet, and we intend for them to see this our way. So, speak with their leadership and see if you can negotiate a solution on our behalf. Preferably, get them to see things our way. Report back to me and let me know what they say. We thought about it, but it simply won't do. I need to think... Sure, our first settlement may be... That will be difficult if someone else plans to do the same. While we're not completely close to the idea of sharing... I'm serious. We have a rightful claim, but as you're currently...
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work. Never trained to trust
The constant is a pleasure.
We've got strict rules around here.
I wonder what is out there beyond our little community.
Wow. Hi. Careful waving that fancy gun.
I've lived my entire life in the constant.
Keeping a 200-year-old ship running is no easy task. But Robin, no. I have to admit, kind of like...
Your safety is our #1 priority.
Welcome to Paradiso. Do you have a something I can help you with? Ah, it has a name. Good. Then you're already familiar with the situation, I take it. Do you know what they want? Interesting. We obviously have no records of a colony ship claiming. Whatever the case, you'll need to speak with Oliver Campbell, a CEO for the Paradiso Group. He's in charge of bringing all formal decisions before the board and help. I'll let him know you're on your way.
No major incidents in a while. Let's hope it stays that way.
Hello.
Some of our guests think everything's gone. I've seen.
Excuse me, you can't just waltz in there. Do you have an appointment?
For the most part.
Oh, you're the one they're waiting for then. Sure.
Please, let the concierge know if you need anything.
I just feel that we should be focusing on the natural beauty of this planet, not our
I am. And you must be the diplomat Giro told me about. But given the circumstances, I'm going to cut to the chase. We've got our friends, the alien. You like that? The marketing team came up with it. The thought is, if we can't get rid of them, it might actually attract more tourism. Come see the aliens! We run a premier resort getaway. As it is, we've had to reroute. We need to nip this in the bud and take care of it before. You'd be surprised what people fall for. It's just the same old fruit. But you're right, no one's gonna buy aliens. So tell me, what... Well, that's something. Shame we can't just tell them kindly to bugger off. Something tells me that's not gonna work. Now, tell me, what are we going to do about it? Give me some proposals, people.
We could offer to resettle them here.
They could stay here, temporarily, but it'll cost them quite a bit.
Maybe not. What if we help them get out of here? Outfit? We could even lend our engineers to help and give their captain an updated star map. What do you think?
Sounds costly. We can't absorb that cost, and it's unlikely they even have compatible currency, let alone enough for the transaction. Someone else would have to foot.
Oh, I swear this would be a lot easier if they ceased to exist entirely. Anyway, Seema's got the right idea. Either works for me. We own this planet, they don't. Here at Paradiso, we don't like leaving things to chance. Who knows what these people... Imagine the landscaping disasters they might come up with. And how that might mar the satellite imagery of the planet in our brochure. No, much better to assimilate them into what? Well, absurd or not, that's our official... I'm not suggesting anything. It's not our responsibility to bear the brunt. We're being more than generous. A custom grav drive can't come cheap, and I assume that leaves the only other party in this. I didn't say that specifically. Of course, there's no... But this may say... And which proposal will you... They'd be hard-pressed to defend their claim in any... We may be outside this little... I'm sorry, but you're going to need to be the one to break the news to them that they need to make a compromise. Ah, good on you. You want to see a man named Benny? He's the best in the business. If anyone can retrofit a 200-year-old ship with a mod... We'll coordinate our engine. Right. On behalf...
What's not to
I'm
love
sure you
about
realise
this
how...
planet?
Right, back to work.
There are millions of planets out there.
I don't want to hear any complaints.
Keep an eye on your valuables.
Oh, hello. Someone worth paying attention to. Sure. Oh, you should have just said that. Of course I can help you. So grav drives didn't really take off until after the ship was built. But I've got access to an ancient grav drive that looks like it could be compatible. Parts not cheap though. Neither is the labor. Just pay the combined cost of parts and labor and... It's a pretty big... Perhaps not. But the way I see it, Yeah. I'm still willing to talk. I hear you. Tell you what. Sounds like you're done right it is. I recommend you go back. We'll send the part along with. Pleasure working with you.
Board is clear. We're docked.
Just because our equipment's old?
And to think, all this time, we thought we were alone.
If the other colonists knew how many times the Constant almost came... I have a million... How did you do it? Did humanity finally discover faster than light travel and eclipse our poor old ship? I knew it. It's incredible! I read about this technology in our archives from Earth, but it was only theoretical. Oh, I've got so many questions. I haven't even given you my name. Chief Engineer Kazemi. But you... And I'm... Indeed. You must... Ah, great question. All of the reading I've done on the matter suggests that at the time, there was uncertainty that the technology would ever work, or if it did, that it would work at the scale. So, I trust they made the decision to strike out when they did. Yes! So many... Do people only live on naturally habitable planets? Or did they... Are we in contact with aliens? I can assume... This... I suggested that... Haha! I knew... Even this ship... Ah, thank... What grab drive? All right. This will be fun. And I've just received... Great, great! First thing I need you to do is reroute the... Then, last. Got it?
Hi there.
Looks like everything is good to go on both your end and mine. Can you go inform the captain about the mission installation? Thanks!
The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change that.
Wow, I've heard about you, but...
We were never trained to address threats coming from outsiders.
Just stay out of trouble.
Sure is nice to know there are other people out there.
Boy, am I glad you weren't some sort of alien or something. There's so much to learn about.
We got strict rules around here. They're strict for a reason.
Sure is nice to know there are other people out there.
I think all this time we thought we were alone.
I wonder what else is out there.
Now that we know what's out there, things are going to...
So much more to learn about now.
Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change that.
Wow. Hi.
Whew!
What a day!
I'm looking forward to some time alone with my hubby.
Just stay out of trouble.
I've lived my entire life in the Constant. I'm not sure how else to live.
Hey.
These are exciting times, aren't they?
Hey there.
Boy, am I glad you weren't some sort of alien or something. Robert!
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship. We've got strict rules.
Now that you're here, I can finally give my crew a chance at a new life. We didn't believe anyone would be out here, but I'm... Well, the engineers even... Thank you again. Without you, we'd most likely be... I'll make sure people tell tales of your I don't know if we can ever...
Don't worry, I'm guiding the ship to better and brighter horizons.
Alright, yeah, that was it. That was the mission for First Contact. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. It was pretty simple. Running around, yo, I ran around for so long trying to figure out where the fuck to get back to the mission was. Yo, that shit had me so pissed off. So, I'm gonna run it back real quick. Just in case y'all didn't pick up where I ran from.
You're lucky.
Bro, I got so confused. I was so confused. So you ran from here. Alright, so look. You run out through here, right? You get down here. You run out through here. You get confused on where to go. You really, if you ran out through here, you get confused. Don't run out here. Run through here. Run through here. Run through here. Run through here. And then we gonna make left.
Never seen a ship like that.
That was it. I don't know why I got so confused on where I was running.
That planet was not right for us anyway.
I really
No doubt
wish
the
y'all
next one will be.